Hi, this is a review of a new book called Teaching Online Without Losing Your Mind by Angela Velez-Solic. And I'm reviewing it wearing two hats, one as an instructional designer and the other as a faculty member. And I think that both views might be of interest to potential buyers. Let me say, first of all, that the book is a nice, thin one. This is not a huge academic tome. It's an easy read. You can do it in several hours if you wanted to do it all at one sitting. But my suggestion is that you'll probably want to take it a little bit at a time if you are indeed a faculty member, because this book is really written for faculty who have been asked to teach a course online and who have never done so before. This book is a perfect introduction for that. Why am I doing this? As you can see, that opening chapter, it really gets into the mindset of a faculty member who is a little bewildered with the online environment, not quite sure how teaching online is going to be the same or different from teaching in a classroom. So this is a great introduction to that predicament that many faculty find themselves in. You can tell just by the chapter titles, this is an irreverent look at online teaching. It's got a very cheerful optimism to it. It's tongue-in-cheek. There's a lot of good humor. So you're not going to be intimidated. This is not going to be something where you go, oh no, it's going to take me forever to get through this. It's a very friendly, accessible kind of book. Now, as with all books that are created in this more casual way, it's not a huge high-quality book. And one of the problems with that is that the images that are in here, it's just black and white images. But it's sometimes very hard to really see because here's a screenshot, for instance. It's very small, it's very tiny and hard to read. But that's just a problem when you're doing an inexpensive kind of production, that you have these issues. It's not easy to see. However, the content is really what's at issue here, and the content is very good for, again, faculty who need to understand how to put a course online. There's some really wonderful sections here. I particularly liked this one, which is about creating discussion questions, because that's one of the most difficult things for the online environment. You have to think ahead of time of what kinds of questions are going to stimulate good discussion. And you don't have the advantage of looking at your students in a classroom and sort of moving intuitively based on the looks on their faces or the kind of interactions that you're hearing. You have to have that thought out ahead of time. Angela gives several wonderful pages of examples from different subject matter points of view on what makes a good discussion question. And if, like so many of us, you learn best by example, this is a wonderful little section. And Angela does a lot of that. She herself is a faculty member. She is Director of Instructional Design at Indiana University Northwest. So she's talking as someone from the trenches. She's been there. She's done that. She knows what the pros and cons are, what the pitfalls are, as well as the promises of online education. There's some great addendums at the back here. She gives you a lot of do this, don't do that, and what happens if you've run into some problems. From the point of view of an instructional designer, everything that is in this book is really solid. The philosophy is there, but it's dealt with very lightly, so you're not slogging through a lot of theory. It's all about the practice. So again, this is a short book. It's a great introduction for faculty who are teaching online for the first time. If you are really interested in some of the theory behind it, she's got places for you to go, some recommendations of other books that you can look at. But this is a very good introduction for people new to teaching who want to be able to teach online without losing their mind. So a positive review for this nice new book by Angela Velez-Solic, Teaching Online.